Hi, and welcome to Ask Yvette episode. And guys, here you asked a question about separation anxiety. Why do we have it and how can we deal with it? So, see you on the other side. Hi guys, welcome here, Yvette Rose. And I'm so excited to jump into this topic with you with separation anxiety. This is something that most of us have probably felt at some point in our lives, and some of us might actually still be challenged with it. We haven't quite shaken off this old anxiety. So guys, also for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Yvette. I'm also the author and the founder of Metaphysical Anatomy, the Technique, and also this big book, which is a big book of 679 medical ailments and the psychosomatic stress of that for adults. And yes, of course, I have the kids version too that was just launched recently, so we're so excited. So guys, also remember I have amazing workshops. We have free master classes every week that you can find at YvetteRose.com. Also my intuitive body workshop, learn how to read the body like a book, almost without the book. And then also my intuitive spirit guide courses, meet your guides, learn how to heal with them, work with them, and find your own healing modality and angle in life as well. And then of course we have the MAT level 1 healing course where we teach you how to tackle and address trauma effectively. So today now we're going to be diving into separation anxiety. Now, anxiety is an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worry, thoughts, and physical changes, also like, for example, increased blood pressure. Now, anxiety is also a disorder and a type of mental health condition, or at least so they say. Now, if you have an anxiety disorder, you might, for example, respond to certain things in situations, say, with fear and feelings of like dread. And you can also experience even physical signs of anxiety, such as maybe a pounding heart or sweating. Now, separation anxiety disorder, also known as SAD, is defined, for example, as excessive worry and fear about being apart from, say, family members and also individuals to whom a child is most attached to. Now, children with separation anxiety disorder fear being lost from their family or fear something bad happening to a family member if they are separated from them. Now, the psychosomatic patterns I'm actually going to be dumping into in between as I also explain separation anxiety, because there could be many triggers for this. And so it's important for you to feel through them as I discuss them as well. So for example, when we now just look at separation anxiety in relationship to maybe something bad happening to a family member, it can also be maybe feeling the fear of being separated from them. This also speaks of very deep ancestral trauma in relationship to separation trauma. This can be someone that was casted out from a family member or from a family unit. Maybe they were lost, maybe there was a war trauma, maybe there was some type of event that caused an unforeseen separation and it was a tremendous shock. And that type of trauma normally becomes deeply engraved in the nervous system and then passed down to future generations, because separation from a family or family unit can actually biologically register as a fear of dying. And that is why this condition can be so tremendously intense and felt so deeply with the pounding heart, the sweating, because the body is going into a fight and fight the response. It actually has a fear of dying because it feels, I lost all my support, I lost all my protection, I lost all my resources. So it's actually a very much a survival response rather than an actual logical frontal cortex, hippocampus, limbic system related emotional response. Now, another point also here is this is actually one of the most common anxieties, especially for children. Now, SAD also refers to an exaggeration of otherwise developmentally normal anxiety that can manifest through excessive concerns and worry and dread, as we already mentioned, or anticipated separation from an attachment figure. Now, although separation anxiety, the disorder manifests with inappropriate intensity for the inappropriateness of age and sometimes even context. Now, SAD has serious implications for quality of life and also functioning across several areas of a person's life, including work, social interactions, and also close relationships. Now, SAD has been described as a gateway anxiety disorder that can lead to a variety of poor mental and physical health outcomes, including excessive worry, sleep issues, excessive stress, and also social settings and poor academic. Now, the reason why this can also cause a tremendous amount of mental dysfunction, and not permanent dysfunction, just I would say temporary dysfunction, is because when a person is worried, have you noticed how hard it is to think of the future or to think of anything else other than the worry that you're worried about? because this level of worry and stress pulls you right into the present moment. It pulls you so present that it is impossible to allocate extra resources and energy to other thought patterns, because you have 95,000 thoughts per day, and then 75,000 of those thoughts are repeated the next day. So if your focus is on a negative thought or a negative excessive worrying, then it's almost given that it's going to be repeated the next day again and again and again, until it becomes almost like a hardwired neural pathway that's running through your mind. So the moment there's a circumstance that triggers just the slightest bit of fear of anxiety, it fires up these pathways that's been layered in again and again and again over time. So you're not just healing trauma, but you're breaking patterns, you're breaking neurological habits as well. So let's quickly have a look here at some causes of separation anxiety. Now, one can, for example, be a childhood parental loss, and this can be by separation and divorce or even through death. So of course, in that case, the trauma of the loss needs to be addressed. Now, it can also be, for example, extended parental absences. This can be maybe mom and dad's working really long hours and there's emotional absence, because a child looks towards a parent for emotional safety and security. That is how the hippocampus, the limbic system, the emotional brain is hardwired. The nervous system as well. It is, where is my tribe? Where is my people? Because if I don't know who my people in my tribe are, who do I belong to? Where do I belong to? Am I safe? Am I not? And this is a pure biological wiring that's actually taking place. Now, this can also, for example, be in relationship to diagnosis of an anxiety disorder in a parent. So a parent's anxious behavior can also actually be copied by a child as well, completely subconsciously, because the child, of course, looks toward a parent for guidance, for being a role model, how to show up in life, how to deal with problems. Now, it can also be because maybe the parent has trouble with alcoholism, which will make a parent actually very unpredictable, which means that the child is actually starting to associate this instability with safety. So if you take the child out of a stressful situation, it can actually cause them more stress because they don't know what to do with calmness. They don't know what to do with peace because they are used to being in a conflicting circumstances. Now, of course, adoption plays a very big role. So you would want to look at the rejection trauma aspect as well. It can be due to relocations, because now all that emotional safety and security has been anchored into a person's environment. And when that environment shifts, that safety and that security shifts as well. So now it's about where and how am I going to replace that insecurity or that security that I had. But then it also begs the question, who or what challenged you so much that you can't feel that within your sense of self? That's a very important question to ask as well. Low birth weight can actually also cause a lot of separation anxiety, because the child could have been removed from the mother at a very early age. It could be that the child was maybe in an incubator. It can also mean that the child didn't have enough bonding time with the mother as well. Be the light that you are. Thank you guys for joining me here. And also remember to subscribe to our math membership website. You can check out so much more. There's so many free healing courses there as well. Go to YvetteRose.com, see all the free masterclasses and events that we have coming up. There's always something happening on our platform. And we love to hear from you for the Ask Yvette episodes, but also for the psychosomatic patterns that you would love for us to talk about, especially when it comes to these books, the research that's in it. And there's so much to be learned and so much to be shared as well. So I love your questions. Let us know what's on your mind. Let us know what you would love me to address as well. Life challenges, it's endless. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. And remember to subscribe so that you can stay up to date with the latest and greatest videos that's coming out just for you. Until next time, be the light that you are.